Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Check out your nearest Safeway for great deals on items throughout the store. This week at Safeway, value packs of Signature Farms boneless, skinless chicken breast or thighs are buy one, get one free, equal or lesser value. Also this week at Safeway, 1-pound containers of strawberries and 6-ounce or 18-ounce containers of blueberries are buy one, get one free, equal or lesser value. Visit Safeway.com, download the Safeway Deals and Delivery app, or head into your local Safeway to find more great deals.
South Australian Playwrights Theatre presents The Middle Way by Lucy Coombe. Episode 4.
Change. The only certainty we have. You feel it rolling over when it comes, seemingly all at once. Was what happened before real anyway? How could it have been when built up on a series of untruths, or even worse still, silence? Of course, nothing is permanent. You don't need to be like Marcus, now deep within the confines of Sarah J, without interrupted mental acquiesce, to understand this. Experiencing relationships as fleeting made complete sense on paper. However, the concept eluded me entirely regarding my own children. And it was time to focus in on what was important. After all, I'd already paid the price of relinquishing attachment once. It was time to prepare myself for a different life. Again. A new identity. Again. Starting over with my remaining 3. Crazy, but I really didn't see it coming. Her plan, or was it their plan? Raylene and Kat colluding against me.
What are we taking then?
I don't have much.
No, you don't. 2 shoppers ought to do it. All right then. Well, let's get it sorted, Catherine.
It feels weird you calling me that. You know, everyone calls me Kat.
Yes, you did mention that. So we'll need to get the bus back into town and then a train to my place. You can drop your bags off. And then we can walk to the church. My unit's just across the road. There are lots of people looking forward to meeting you. They're planning a welcoming party.
Just for me?
Yeah, of course.
I feel a bit nervous. I'm not very good at meeting new people.
Well, you haven't met these people before. They're really special and they...
Mum?
What the hell are you doing here?
Back from the dead, apparently. Glad to hear your lip hasn't improved.
How do you even know? When did this... What's going on?
Nana started coming to the fruit stall and we got talking.
I bet she did. Nana?
I'm just going to go stay for a bit.
Stay with her? Absolutely no way. I forbid it.
She's 18, love.
Don't call me love. Kat, were you even planning on telling me this?
I was going to call you when I got there.
With what? You gave your phone away.
I just didn't want you to worry.
Well, I am worried.
I'm going to church. They're throwing me a welcoming party.
Oh, I see. Your latest recruit. Well, Kat, what you don't know is that she is taking you to meet a group of head cases. Your welcoming party, you realise, will actually be them shoving your head underwater the second you walk through the door.
Oh, Catherine, there'll be chips, lemonade, music.
Kat, that's code for crazy people ranting.
Crazy like you can talk. What's this I hear about drugs at your house?
Well, it wasn't much, and it was taken from a secret hiding place.
It's not the way you were raised.
No. The way I was raised was always coming second to that hideous place.
Oh, I'll get the violins, shall I? I brought you up in a loving community, which is more than I can say for this place. You just insisted on falling out of line, making a song and dance of everything, not admitting falling prey to the devil.
Because it was always about me, wasn't it? Not that asshole.
If you're talking about Pastor Nigel, he was mortified by your carrying on. You shamed his whole family and we lost the best leader we ever had.
Yeah. I can see how hard that would have been for you all.
Well, he wanted to stay with us at the church, but after all those tales, it was just too much for him and Jill. They had to take that posting in America.
Sorry about that. Thought he might just like to know that he was the father of twins. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Oh, Phillipa. After all these years, you think you could just be honest.
I don't understand. Is Hugh not Miles and Ashley's father?
She's not talking about those twins.
Shut up, Raylene.
Can someone please tell me what's going on?
Well, guess it's going to have to be me then, isn't it?
Shut up, Raylene.
Your mother gave birth to you and your brother Jake. When she decided to leave, she took you with her and left Jake with me.
I'm a twin. And I have a brother, Jake. Well, where is he? Can I meet him?
Jake's gone.
Gone? Where?
To the hereafter, I hope.
A house fire.
When?
37 days ago.
Phillipa! Phillipa! Phillipa, let me in. I know you're in there. Phillipa, I have the key somewhere. I'll use it if I have to.
Should I get it then?
Who are you?
I'm Raylene.
Mother Raylene.
Yes?
But you're dead.
No, I'm not.
Phillipa, what is this about? You're leaving? What do you think you're doing?
Hang on. Hang on. So I've been without my brother for how long?
We left when you were 3 months old.
And you never thought to tell me any of this?
It's complicated.
No, it's not. You have a twin brother and your father is a married pastor.
What?
So this feeling I've had my whole life of missing something, missing everything,
Just let me explain.
wading through sludge, looking for something, anything to hold on to, never fitting in anywhere, ever. I can't. I can't imagine Miles without Ashley.
I didn't want to confuse you. You were only little, and you see, the plan was always to get on my feet, find a job, get settled, and then get him back. I knew doing all of that with 2 babies would be impossible. She said she would look after one of you until I was ready. But every time I tried to see him, she wouldn't let me.
What do you mean she wouldn't let you? Didn't hold a gun to your head?
You kept him from me. Every time. I thought we had it organised. He'd be off at some activity.
You would have been taking him away from everything he knew. The community he loved. You weren't prepared to live within the church guidelines, to admit that you'd faltered, fallen prey to the devil, to ask for forgiveness. Why should he have to be punished for that?
Why didn't you ever tell me any of these things?
You didn't want to know.
You never tried me.
I didn't need to. You never asked, Hugh. You never bloody asked. It's like you were just happy to believe that I came from nowhere and no one.
I don't get it, Mum. He was your son. You could have got him at any time. What, you couldn't afford it?
I kept going for a while, trying new angles to see him, but I knew I'd never get him away from that place. Your Nana and the God Squad.
Oh, you can paint me as the ogre here, Phillipa. But there are things that you know so deep down, and an honourable man like that, who had rebirthed so many, just wouldn't have been capable of doing what you said he did.
Yeah, gee, I can't think for the life of me why it was easy to say she was dead.
I don't need to sit here listening to this. Catherine, are you coming?
I'm not sure.
I can show you all your brother's things, love.
Really?
Kat, you don't have to go.
No one's forcing her, Phillipa.
What sort of things?
Well, he took a lot of his stuff when he moved out, but there's still old school uniforms, activity books and such.
You didn't tell me that he'd moved out. Where did he go?
With his no hope friend. The one who started the fire.
He left?
Yes. Phillipa. Okay, Catherine, I'm really going this time. You coming or what?
Hang on. Mum, I sort of feel like I want to go.
I know how confusing this all sounds, but trust me, you don't want to go with her to that place.
Why?
We'll talk about it, okay? We'll talk it through when she goes.
I don't understand why you never told me.
Well, maybe you will if you just let me explain.
And maybe you won't, Catherine.
Mostly now, I just feel as though I want to get as close to knowing him as I can. I think that means spending time with the people who knew him.
His community.
Darling, I'm sure they didn't actually know him. Not really. I mean, this boy, his friend, housemate, lover. What, Raylene? But we could try to contact with him, spend some time with him.
Hugh, you can have the apartment back. Sorry for being such a shit investment.
Don't say that.
All right, Catherine. You don't want to miss your own party.
Bye, Mum.
I'll pray for you two.
Please don't. My mother.
Not what I was expecting. Coming home to this note from you wasn't what I was expecting either.
Really?
Yes.
Hugh.
What?
Really?
Yes, Phillipa. Okay, so I suppose I thought one of us might do it at some point.
And is that what you're most shocked by? That I beat you to it?
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
Why didn't you tell me? All those years ago, I could have helped. I would have tried to get him back. I don't understand the lies, Phillipa.
I almost did. A few times. But the truth is, I started to believe that this really was my life.
But this is your life, Phillipa. You need to get a grip.
This is your life, he said. As simple as that. And off he pissed to pick up the boys from his mother's and think of every way he could make me sound like an unworthy mother in court. But I'll tell you about that another time. I sat before remembering Marcus's verse book. Please give me something. Anything. Wisdom. Show me the way forward. I picked it up and started to read, and who should I hear?
So the Almighty Creator will speak to us through His word in timely prophetic messages, using the tongues of His chosen pastors. Every time we come together as a community to worship, He is here among us, living with us, living within you every time. Let me tell you, there is nowhere in this world He would rather be. And as you know so well, I have never taken this blessing lightly. From the very first day I was called upon to lead, everything I've been asked to do is for you.
But you know what? Finally, I was ready to tell him to fuck off. I realised that I'd let him stick around for way too long. Every time I'd swelled over Kat or pined for Jake, there he was. So I couldn't hate him, but I needed to let him go to start over. Or some version of that. Nothing would stop me wondering whether he let himself wonder. Question why he couldn't live by the promises he sold so convincingly to Raylene and his flock. Like some sort of shonky spiritual salesman. So, Ethan, I need your help. I don't know what my son meant to you. Maybe not a lot. Maybe it was just one of those quick relationships that was never going to go anywhere. Now, immortalised. I have a feeling that it was more than that though. And it was enough to pull him away from that place for which I am eternally grateful. I never could, but then you know all my truths now. I never tried hard enough. And for that, I will continue to repent. But if Kat could meet you, you really knew him, right? Maybe more than anyone. So if Kat could meet you and the three of us could get together, just a coffee or something, maybe she'd forgive me. Anyway, please call me back, Ethan. My number's still the same.
You've been listening to The Middle Way by Lucy Coombe, produced by South Australian Playwrights Theatre, featuring Kate Bonney as Phillipa, Chris Asimos as Hugh, Katie O'Reilly as Raylene, Nick Bennett as Marcus, Catherine Sortini as Kat, Samantha Riley as the counsellor, Taylor and Georgina, and Matt Hawkins as the pastor. Sound engineering by Alistair Schmidt.
Check out your nearest Safeway for great deals on items throughout the store. This week at Safeway, value packs of Signature Farms boneless skinless chicken breast or thighs are buy one, get one free, equal or lesser value. Also this week at Safeway, 1 pound containers of strawberries and 6 ounce or 18 ounce containers of blueberries are buy one, get one free, equal or lesser value. Visit Safeway.com, download the Safeway Deals and Delivery app, or head into your local Safeway to find more great deals.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.